Hey there, PokeMoshPit. PMP, also known as TheAcusticKind here, bringing you another battle. This is actually going to be a UU tier battle against PandaOs. I know he has another handle that he prefers to be called by, but I'm sorry, I don't remember it. But there is a link, of course, to his channel and my channel in the description if you're interested. As I said, this is going to be a UU tier battle. I prefer to play the NU tier. That's actually what I've mostly uploaded here on MoshPit. But UU is also fun from time to time, and it lets me use my Puffing Tom. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for the spikes, knowing that most Uxies are supportive. I have two heal bellers in this team, so I'm not afraid of the yawn. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to set up my spikes, allowing my Quillfish to go ahead and fall asleep. I'm going to switch out to my Simmer Down version 3, thinking he's either going to go for some more supportive things like T-Wave, or he might switch out either by manually switching out or through U-turn. Either way, it's not going to matter. If he stayed in, it would have allowed me to set up my Stealth Rocks. Unfortunately, he went to a Mismagius, which is going to force me to switch out to my Roundabout, a Special Wall Altaria. But the different thing about this Special Wall Altaria, although it does carry Roost and Heal Bell like you would expect from a supportive set, it also carries Dragon Dance and Dragon Claw like the offensive sets. The main reason I do this is for things like Mismagius. That, I don't resist the stab move, in this case Shadow Ball, but I do not take too much damage from it. So if I can just outspeed it, I can handle it. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Heal Bell, knowing that I could easily take 2 hits, and it'll give me a chance to wake up my Quillfish for later use. I also have 2 Rapid Spinners on this team, and my Quillfish is sashed, so that's very useful for me. Unfortunately, he got a crit, which almost mattered. But I'm thinking maybe he got some min damage on that second hit, and I was able to survive and go ahead and roost up. So he's just going to go for a Calm Mind while I go for my second Dragon Dance, because I'm confident that after a +2, I will be able to outspeed this Mismagius, even if it is max speed, as most of them are. Unless it has HP fighting, I think the speed IV might be 30 for that. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and go for Dragon Claw to break the sub, and go for Dragon Claw again, knowing I can survive one more hit. And, as I predicted, I am going to be able to survive. Barely, though. I'm thinking there's like some max min damage. Oh no, it's actually because he got the +1 with Calm Mind. But I'm just going to go ahead and roost on this turn. Perhaps I should have roosted last turn. I'm thinking that after a roost, when I take this next Shadow Ball, I'll have enough HP to survive a weak priority attack like Fake Out, Mach Punch, Aqua Jet, especially if it's unstabbed, Bullet Punch. I just want to be able to take weak priorities. Not that I'm really planning a sweep here, but yeah, it's always nice to have a little bit more health, right? So he's going to go into his Uxie. I'm just going to go for a Roost. I know he's obviously going to be defensive. I'm expecting the yawn here, but I'm just going to go ahead and Roost up. Going to go ahead and go for a Dragon Claw before I switch out, because Altaria does have the natural cure ability, so there's no reason for me not to let the sleep kick in, really. Although he is going to make a very smart play and U-turn out, meaning that when I fall asleep this turn, I am vulnerable. So he's going to make a great play and go for the Dragon Dance, which it was actually a pretty obvious play because I was asleep that he wouldn't go straight away for the Ice Punch, but I made a bad prediction and for some reason thought he would go straight away for the attack. Sometimes people overreact to stat increases, so I was thinking since I already had +2, he might just want to get rid of my Altaria and think I wouldn't switch out. So I switched straight into my Quillfish thinking I'd be faster and I could explode on it, but after the Dragon Dance he's going to be faster and kill me off with an Earthquake, even though a lot of them, well, some of them carry Low Kick instead of Earthquake. So I'm just going to go for a Toxic with my Marigold because it's my physical wall, and I want to be able to get the poison on that Feraligatr, but he switched out to Clefable, which was a great prediction on his part. Now I'm just going to go ahead and go to my Simmer Down version 3. I was not predicting that Toxic, to be honest with you. I actually thought he'd be a Cosmic Power Belly Drum set, because I've only seen one really, potent offensive physical poke from him so far. He seems like he has an offensive team, and people really like that gimmicky Clefable set. So that's kind of what I thought he was going to be going for, although it does make sense that he would have this status-abusing, defensive, supportive Clefable. So yeah, I'm just going to go back into my Roundabout, I don't exactly remember why I went into this thing, to be honest with you. Maybe there's a status somewhere on my team that I'm forgetting about. I think I set up my rocks with Registeel. I got a little carried away with that Clefable discussion. But he's going to go into his MMA, a Medicham, which is actually an NU Pokemon. So it's curious as to why he didn't use something like Hitmonlee or something a little better for the UU tier. But I'm just going to go ahead and switch out to my Blastoise, assuming he's going to go for the ×4 effective Ice Punch, which was a good prediction on my part. And most Medichams are Scarfed, so I'm predicting, well, Scarfed or Banded, I suppose. But I am predicting the switch, so I'm just going to go for the Roar to scout some more of his team and to get some more damage with the entry hazards. So he's going to go back into the Feraligatr. If I was predicting him to go for a stat increasing move, I could have just gone for the Roar, but I actually was expecting him to go straight away for an attack because he already knows I'm a phaser. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Rapid Spin to get rid of the Stealth Rocks, which is going to give my Altaria some more flexibility. I suppose, just my team in general not have to take damage from the rocks. So I'm going to switch out into my Marigold. Once again, because it's my physical wall, and it's a good counter to this Feraligatr because it'll let me poison it and I can stall it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and try one more time for the Toxic, and he is going to just opt to Dragon Dance this time. I'm not sure why he decided to stay in, because he already saw that I do have Toxic on this thing. Maybe he's thinking that he can just handle me and not get stalled, which is a pretty reasonable thought, because there's always the chance of crits and flinches with Waterfall. So I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss here, knowing that I can either take 2 Waterfalls or a +2 Waterfall if he opted to go for a second Dragon Dance, which most people will do. But unfortunately for me, he got a crit, which really sucks because it means I'm not going to be able to take a second Waterfall like I would have been. The plus side is that I do get the damage with Seismic Toss, but I probably could have stalled him out if I had just gone for continuous Milk Drink abuse. But I was pretty confident that it'd be okay going for one Seismic Toss. So I'm just going to bring in my Sanji version 2, a Hitmonchan, which is also of the NU tier. But I'm just going to go for the Fake Out to get some Toxic stalling. This team is sort of entry hazard abuse and Toxic abuse, and I really love Fake Out on Hitmonchan because, yeah, I can abuse that Toxic. So I'm just going to go for the Mach Punch. Perhaps he's predicting this and switches out to a physical wall supportive Tangrowth, which you do see pretty often. I'm pretty confident that he's not the physical set, so I'm going to feel comfortable switching into my Simmer Down version 3, even knowing that the offensive sets carry Earthquake. And luckily for me, he is going to be the defensive set. So at first he went for the Leech Seed, now he's going for the Knockoff. I'm not sure why he didn't go for Leech Seed over Knockoff on that turn right there, because the Leech Seed damage would have taken away my leftovers and given him health. So that was sort of some poor move choices right there. Anyway, yeah. I am able to Toxic this thing as well. Thankfully he is going to stay in. I'm not really sure what else his Clefable can do, which is probably the reason he's not bringing it in to absorb these statuses, because it probably doesn't have any way to deal with wallish pokes like my Registeel, who cannot be poisoned, and my Miltank, who has Heal Bell. So I'm not really afraid of this thing. And at this point, I'm pretty much just going to opt to rest up, so I don't have to take too much damage. And unfortunately for my opponent, he's going to make a bad play and switch out to his Feraligatr as Death Fodder on that specific turn. I thought that was sort of a bad play, because normally you want to switch out to your fodder when you're using an offensive poke, like something Scarfed or Banded and you need to get a switch of moves or something. Not something like that where it's about to die anyway. But I'm just going to switch into my Turtle Tiger version 3, confident that I can take any move from this Medicham and fire back with an Aqua Jet, because I do carry Aqua Jet on this Blastoise. Aqua Jet, Rapid Spin, Roar, and Rest. It's a really great supportive member of the team. Just going to bring in my Sanji version 2 so I can go for the Fake Out Mach Punch combo, which would allow me to take out his Medicham, leaving him with nothing but Clefable, I believe Uxie, and I think his Tangrowth wasn't dead yet. But yeah, his Tangrowth would die to entry hazards if it wasn't dead, if I'm correct in that. And his Uxie was obviously supportive in nature, as was his Clefable. So he pretty much knew that he had no chance of taking down my team with those defensive orientated pokes. So it was a good game, dude. I would say it was unfortunate for him. He tried to maybe get lucky with his Mismagius, hoping for a Spadef drop, or a crit or something like that that would have let him take down my Altaria, and his Feraligatr never really got to do the damage it really needed to my team to make a victory a reality for him. So great game, guys. Sorry for the little aftermath speech there. Hope you guys really enjoyed the battle. Feel free to check out my channel. Feel free to check out my opponent's channel if you enjoyed the narration, the battle, and all that fun stuff. I guess I will catch you guys with my next video, and peace out.